Unicorns, majestic creatures of myth and legend, have captivated the human imagination for millennia. Their single spiraling horn, often depicted as gleaming white or silver, symbolizes purity, grace, and magical power. From the ancient civilizations of the Indus Valley to the medieval courts of Europe, unicorns have been woven into the tapestry of human storytelling. Their elusive nature and the magical properties attributed to them have only served to deepen our fascination. Even today, the allure of unicorns remains as strong as ever, enchanting us in books, movies, and even on our coffee mugs. This enduring appeal speaks to something deep within us, a longing for magic, wonder, and the extraordinary. Join me as we embark on a journey through time and across cultures to explore the enduring legend of the unicorn. The earliest known depictions of unicorns come from the Indus Valley civilization, one of the oldest known civilizations in the world. Dating back to around 2500 BCE, these depictions often feature a single-horned animal, possibly an antelope or an aurochs, which may have inspired later unicorn legends. In ancient Mesopotamia, unicorns appear in seals and cylinder seals dating back to the Akkadian Empire around 2300 BCE. These depictions often show the unicorn in combat with lions or other powerful animals, possibly symbolizing the struggle between good and evil. In ancient Persia, unicorns were associated with purity and were believed to possess healing powers. Their horns were said to purify water and detect poison, a belief that would later become central in European unicorn lore. These early depictions suggest that the concept of the unicorn resonated deeply with ancient cultures, symbolizing strength, purity, and divinity. The unicorn as we know it today, with its white coat, spiraling horn, and association with purity and grace, is largely a product of the European imagination. However, the ancient Greeks had a creature in their mythology that bore some resemblance to the unicorn, the Monoceros. Described by the Greek writer Ctesias in his book Indica, the Monoceros was a wild ass from India with a single black horn on its forehead. It was said to be incredibly strong and swift, with a horn that could purify water and heal wounds. Unlike the later European unicorn, the Monoceros was not depicted as particularly beautiful or graceful, but as a wild beast with extraordinary powers. The idea of a single-horned creature with magical powers resonated with the Greeks and would continue to resonate with cultures across Europe for centuries. While the unicorn is most closely associated with Western mythology, it also holds a place of honor in the folklore and mythology of the East. In Chinese mythology, the qilin, a creature with a single horn, is considered a benevolent symbol of good luck, prosperity, and longevity. The qilin is often depicted with a dragon-like head, the body of a deer, and a single horn on its forehead. In Japanese mythology, the kirin is the equivalent of the Chinese qilin, regarded as a benevolent creature that brings good luck and is associated with purity, justice, and peace. The presence of unicorn-like creatures in Eastern mythology speaks to the universality of the archetype. The single-horned beast, embodying purity, power, and grace, transcends cultural boundaries. This universality speaks to something deep within the human psyche. Section 5. Medieval Majesty, Unicorns in the Age of Chivalry. The Middle Ages witnessed the blossoming of the unicorn legend in Europe. During this period, the unicorn became a symbol of purity, grace, and even Christ himself. One of the most enduring aspects of the unicorn legend is its association with virgins. Medieval lore held that unicorns were wild and untamable creatures, but they could be subdued by a pure maiden. The unicorn, drawn to the maiden's purity, would lay its head in her lap, becoming docile and vulnerable. This association with virginity and purity led to the unicorn becoming a powerful symbol in Christian art and literature. The unicorn also became a popular heraldic symbol during the Middle Ages, representing nobility, purity, and power. Section 6. The unicorn's symbolism, purity, power, and grace. Throughout history, the unicorn has been imbued with a rich tapestry of symbolic meanings. The unicorn's single, spiraling horn is perhaps its most recognizable feature and the source of much of its symbolic power. The horn has long been associated with purity, both physical and spiritual. In many cultures, the unicorn's horn was believed to possess magical properties, capable of purifying water, detecting poison, and even healing the sick. Beyond its purifying powers, the unicorn's horn also represented strength and power. In medieval times, the unicorn was often depicted in combat with the lion, a symbol of earthly power. The unicorn's grace and beauty also contributed to its symbolic richness, embodying elegance and refinement. Section 7. Hunting the Unicorn, Legends and Lore. The hunt for the unicorn is a recurring theme in medieval art and literature, often serving as an allegory for the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment or the capture of something rare and precious. Legend held that these creatures were incredibly elusive and could only be captured through cunning and deception. One popular method involved using a virgin as bait. The unicorn, drawn to the maiden's purity, would approach her and lay its head in her lap, becoming vulnerable to capture. Another common method involved using a mirror. Unicorns were said to be so enamored by their own reflections that they would become transfixed, allowing hunters to approach and capture them. The unicorn's horn, once removed, was believed to possess immense magical and healing properties, making it a highly prized possession. Section 8. Unicorns and Christianity, a divine connection. The rise of Christianity in Europe saw the unicorn's symbolism further intertwined with religious themes. The creature's association with purity and grace made it a natural fit for representing Christ, who embodied these virtues perfectly. Medieval theologians drew parallels between the unicorn's capture by a virgin and Christ's incarnation, with the virgin representing Mary and the unicorn symbolizing Christ himself. The unicorn's horn, with its legendary healing properties, also took on Christian significance. Just as the unicorn's horn could purify water and cure ailments, Christ's sacrifice was believed to cleanse sins and heal the soul. The hunt for the unicorn became an allegory for the spiritual journey, with the unicorn representing Christ and the hunter representing the believer seeking union with the divine. This fusion of pagan mythology and Christian theology cemented the unicorn's place in Western culture. Section 9. Unicorns in Heraldry, Symbols of Nobility. Beyond its religious connotations, the unicorn also found a prominent place in the secular world, particularly in the realm of heraldry. During the Middle Ages, heraldry developed as a system of identifying knights and noble families with coats of arms and banners displaying symbols that represented their lineage, virtues, and aspirations. The unicorn, with its associations with purity, power, and grace, became a popular choice for inclusion in these heraldic designs. The unicorn's inclusion in heraldry often signified the virtues of chivalry and nobility. Its association with purity and grace represented the moral character expected of knights and noblemen, while its strength and power symbolized their prowess in battle and their ability to defend the weak. The unicorn's rarity and elusiveness made it an appealing symbol for noble families seeking to distinguish themselves. By incorporating the unicorn into their coats of arms, they aligned themselves with the creature's mythical status and implied that they possessed similar qualities of strength, grace, and moral virtue. Section 10. The Modern Unicorn, From Books to Pop Culture. While the unicorn's religious and heraldic significance has diminished over the centuries, its hold on the popular imagination remains as strong as ever. In modern times, the unicorn has transitioned from ancient myth and medieval symbolism to become a ubiquitous figure in popular culture, appearing in books, movies, television shows, video games, and countless other forms of media. One of the most notable examples of the unicorn's resurgence in popularity is its embrace by the fantasy genre. From J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings to C.S. Lewis's Chronicles of Narnia, unicorns have galloped into the pages of countless fantasy novels, often serving as symbols of magic, wonder, and the power of imagination. Beyond literature, unicorns have also found a welcome home in the world of film and television. From animated classics like The Last Unicorn to live-action adventures like Legend, these mythical creatures have graced the silver screen with their presence. Their image has also been adopted by various brands and products, appearing on everything from clothing and toys to coffee mugs and phone cases. Section 11. Conclusion: The enduring magic of unicorns. From the ancient civilizations of the Indus Valley to the bustling streets of modern cities, the unicorn has journeyed through time, captivating hearts and minds across cultures and generations. Its single horn, a beacon of purity, power, and grace, continues to inspire awe and wonder, reminding us of the boundless possibilities of imagination. While the unicorn's religious and heraldic significance may have faded with time, its status as a symbol of magic, wonder, and the extraordinary remains as potent as ever. In a world often dominated by reason and logic, the unicorn offers a much-needed dose of enchantment, inviting us to embrace the unknown and believe in the impossible. As long as our imaginations continue to soar, the unicorn will forever hold a cherished place in our hearts, a timeless symbol of the enchantment that lies at the heart of the human experience.